Howdy, y'all.
Hi, guys.
It's Ryan
And Angela.
from Vola Guitars. Amazing American made in Japan. Oh no, Arnie Music. Arnie Music. That's where we're from. We happen to sell Vola guitars.
So low.
You are so low.
It's weird.
We can make the camera higher.
No, it doesn't make any sense to make the camera higher.
I don't. Yeah. Make the camera lower. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Cinematography.
We're from RNA Music.
We are from Arnie Music. Mom and Pop music lesson studio and occasional guitar shop. It's time for another Ask Arne. I don't even remember which number it is. Do you know?
323.
Something. I think
24.
324. It's something like that. 320s. Let's get to some questions.
Awesome.
Welcome back, you guys and gals. It's time for another episode of Ask RNA. Angela and I own a little music lesson studio in a small town in East Texas where we teach music lessons to beginners and kids and intermediates and whoever wants to take music lessons comes in and takes music lessons. We also do have a small guitar shop where we sell strings, picks, and things. Guitars when we can get them. Right now, you can't get nothing because of the C word.
Yes.
The corona.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Supply chain disruption. So
Yes.
getting stuff is difficult. But anyways, we are crazy busy teaching lessons.
Yes, we are.
Which
It's
is
been great.
And have been for over a decade.
Yes.
And we like to make YouTube videos. And today it's Ask RNA where we answer questions. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. You'll probably like it. And if you don't, you can always unsubscribe.
Yeah.
Leave a little announcement on it. Subscribe and see you later. If you want, whatever. But anyways, it's time for us to answer some questions. I'm excited. You excited?
Sure.
How's your day been?
It's been long.
It's been
ready
crazy
to go
long.
to bed.
Yeah, I'm ready to get up at 3:30 in the morning, so super excited about that. Stupid screen is flippity. Oh man, it's probably time for a new camera.
Yeah.
Fuel pumps, tires, and cameras.
Oh my.
So excited. All right, anyways, let's get to the questions. We're going to answer some questions, have a little fun. You guys answer along as you go. Leave your comments. Let's get to it. First question, Mr. LD.
Yeah.
Do y'all dream every night? If so, are they in color or can you read words, etc.? I dream every night. No nightmares, but sometimes weird and hard to understand. I think they mean something, but what? I'm not sure. It's funny when he left that comment. I was like, we literally were talking about this the night before he left the comment. We were talking. You were telling me about your dreams. You're like,
Yeah.
how you remember your dreams, and then at night before you go to bed, you try to go through and remember them all.
Yeah.
I was like,
Here lately, it's been like a thing for me. Yeah.
So I thought that was funny that we literally had that conversation, and the
That
next
is
morning,
wild.
Mr. LD's like, hey, y'all have dreams? I don't remember. So, all right, do you dream every night, Angela?
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep. I do.
I think theoretically everyone does. That's what they say.
Yes. This is just most dreams don't last very long, even though it might feel like it does, as scientists say. Here lately, I don't believe scientists at all.
I don't know.
So it could last the whole 8 hours, and but they say most dreams only last very small amounts of time, and you can't remember, just like you can't remember why you walked into a room after, whatever. So I do believe almost everybody dreams, unless I don't know. It might be hereditary. I don't know how that works. The brain is such a crazy thing. But yes, I do dream. I have always dreamt. No, I dreamt about something. I have always
Had dreams.
Had dreams, yes. Since I was little. My earliest dream was when I was 5 that I remember. I'm sure I have other dreams that I think that are from after that, but they're actually before that. But I remember all my dreams. All of them. Every single one. I'm weird.
You're not weird. You're awesome. You have superpowers.
Yeah. And people don't believe me, but I really honestly, I can tell you every single dream. Not in order, but I can, if you bring up anything, like, you know, a mall or cars or a truck or house or neighborhood or, you know, say like childhood pet, your parents, like I have so many dreams, you know, 365 days a year plus leap years, and for 43 years of dreams in my head. And so I've learned to, I say I have a Rolodex of dreams, so I can like flip in my brain to a certain subject and find that dream and play out the whole entire dream beginning to end like I'm actually daydreaming that dream.
I cannot do that. See, you have superpowers. Yes,
Yeah.
Are they in color?
Full blown.
You read words?
Yes, I read words, numbers. I write. I can look down. Most people can't even look down in their dreams. I can look down. Here lately, I've been able to look up. I usually can see horizons, but this 2 nights ago, I had a dream where I looked up, and it was very frightening to look up because something was there. And but yes, I see. I'm fully aware to the point where sometimes I don't know if I'm dreaming or if I'm awake. It's so vivid. So, and I carry that emotion from the dream into my day sometimes. So, and it's hard to shake it.
Yeah, it's true. She does.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, but I remember when I was a kid, the first time I had numbers in my dreams, and I asked my mom, I was like, I need a piece of paper. I was thinking I was 8.5. And she was like, what for? I said, because there's this address. I need to go find my friend. And like a couple months later, a television show popped up and the address was on, like at the end of the show, you know, they're like, if you want to contact us, blah, 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 send a mailing order to the address. And I was like, that's the address. And I had it. I had it written down in my little 8-year-old handwriting. But that was my first experience of seeing numbers and letters and actually being able to write them down. Yeah.
It's pretty intense.
Yeah. So, but I've always been that way.
I have dreams pretty regularly.
Yeah. You've had it more in the last like 10 years than I think you've had it in a long time. Or you started remembering more.
Well, yeah, no, I've always had dreams I can remember. Like, I can remember having a dreams. I don't have a Rolodex of dreams stuck in my brain of all of them. But, you know, people say, like, everybody dreams, but just not everybody remembers it in the morning. Or when you wake up, it deletes from your memory so fast. And I have had that where, like, man, it's a real vivid dream. It's real long, detailed. And then I wake up, like, oh, man, that's a crazy dream. You know how you kind of wake up, but it's not really time to get up yet? And you're like, well, I'm going to go back to sleep. Kind of go back to sleep, and then I wake up and I'm like, man, I had this crazy dream. I can't remember what it is. Yeah, so I have that happen. I do have pretty vivid memory of, like, I used to have a recurring nightmare as a kid.
I've never had recurrings.
Oh my God, and it was like the same dream, like every time.
Never had
never
that
changed.
in my life.
It was super weird. I never really thought about it till just now, actually. It's like, how do I describe it? Because it's like how I couldn't explain it or put words to it or do make it make sense. But I just realized, like, you know, in Ant-Man, when he shrinks down into like the in between, it's like you're so small. What do they call that? I forget. Not interdimensional, but it's like the microverse or something like that. It's like, you know, he's so small, it goes beyond. It's like into a whole other thing. It was like that. It was like I was like that, and there was all these things sort of floating around that didn't really make sense. And it's like, but it was like that. You felt like super incredibly small, like everything was so just massively huge. But it wasn't like, hey, that's a foot or that's a whatever. It was just real abstract,
random. So.
Yeah, and I realized, and I didn't even catch that like watching that movie the first time. It's kind of like,
it's interesting.
Like, but it was a reoccurring thing. Like, terrified the crap out of me. I wake up like super scared.
That's wild that you were scared of it.
But I also slept. I was a sleepwalker as a kid. Like,
I remember you telling me that.
I don't know when that stopped.
Our boys did that. Each one did it once.
I did it a lot. Where my oldest sister would come in and like talk to me, and I'd be in the living room like just like I'm walking upstairs when I'm standing still, and she'd like, where are you going, Ryan? And and the next morning she'd like, so you're a sleepwalker last night. I was like, what was I? Like, yeah, she's like this whole conversation and stuff. She's like, all right, let's go back. And she'd kind of get me to go back to my room and put me in bed and stuff. Like, and there now and then I remember waking up like in the bathroom or something like.
Yeah, I've never done that either.
What am I doing here? How did I get here?
My sister Amanda did one time. She was sitting in the hallway and she was pulling out like the towels from the pantry, like the linen closet, and she was she pulled them all out and then she folded them up and put them back in. That was like one time that I remember when we were kids. She might have been like 7 or 8 years old.
Yeah.
But I've never sleptwalked, and I've never had reoccurring dreams.
Never had the same dream twice.
But I communicate with people in my dreams, and Aiden does this. I found that out when he was little. Whenever he would get scared, he can actually stop in his dreams and say, "I don't want to do this," and change his dreams in mid-dream. And I've done that before.
Yeah.
Like going, "No, this isn't real.
Let's do something else. I'm tired of this show. Let's put on something else."
Yeah.
Well, there you go, Mr. LD. There's our dream answer. Any of you guys and girls out there, if you have dreams, do you have reoccurring ones? Do you remember them? Do you write them down in a journal? Some people have dream journals where they write them down. Yeah, most normal humans have to do that, Angela. Not everyone has superpowers like you do.
It's frustrating. It's not
a power.
It's not a power.
It's a curse. It's an annoyance.
Yeah, because they play like memories instead of...
Yeah, I forget most of mine, but I remember the feeling of the one that scared me when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you, Mr. LD. Next question. Walking Dead 1369. Hashtag Big Thrash. Big 4 Thrash. Hashtag Middle Life. It's Spooktober. What were some horror movies that really creeped you out as a kid or an adult? For me, it's the more psychological than the slasher stuff. It is Rocktober. Rocktober the 7th right now. I love Rocktober because I like saying Rocktober.
Yep.
Hashtag Big 4 Thrash bands. Thrashtober. All right. Horror movies that creeped you out as a kid or adult.
You go first.
No, you go first.
E.T.
Oh, yeah. That is the most horrible horror movie of all time. E.T.
No,
creeped you out as a kid,
yeah, that
and
is
still
actually,
creeps you out as an adult.
Yes, I can't.
That counts. That counts.
So, the first true scary movie I ever watched was Night of the Living Dead. They're coming to get you, Barbara. And that scared the poo-pah out of me. Seeing those people get ripped into, especially in the window, whenever they're just like, oh my gosh.
I've never seen that.
Oh my gosh. It's black and white, and so you would think that it would just be so cheesy, magpie, just like whatever. But no, it was truly frightening for me. It creeped me out thoroughly. And I think it was just all of their desperate, talking, and like they were just one by one were dying, and oh my gosh. It was so good. And then Children of the Corn.
Never watched all of that either, I don't think.
Yeah. In Dallas, the Channel 11 is like CBS, Channel 11 CBS. Sundays after church, when everybody was taking their naps, between 1 and 4, they would have back-to-back matinee horror films all the time, like all through my childhood. And so when everybody was taking their nap, I would go into my sister's room, and because they would be outside playing, my parents would be napping, and I'd turn, get the UHF, whatever, to click the top note, so get to the bottom, and then I would get, turn on Channel 11, sit on their little television that was, little, whatever, 11-inch television, and watch Children of the Corn. And I sat there, and I clicked the UHF thing every time it would get scary, and then I click it back. So that's how I watched it. Click it, and then click it back. That's how I watched it. It scared me so bad. And then I had nightmares for and I remember those nightmares. They were
amazing. You get to remember them.
So.
What about as an adult?
As an adult, not really many.
Yeah.
Because I know it's just, the supernatural aspect of it, that doesn't frighten me because I'm a Christian. So that stuff doesn't frighten me. Or it shouldn't if you are. Anyways. But then I'm like, it's just actors.
Yeah.
You know, when you're a kid, you know, that part of your brain hasn't gotten to that point where it differentiates
like, this
between...
might happen.
Yeah.
This could be real.
This
might be real
he
somewhere.
He could be in my house. He could be in my room. He could be under my bed. He could be in my closet. But once I got older, I was like, oh, this is really great cinematography. I wonder how long it took him to film that part. You know, but I wonder how many takes would take for them to not laugh as he was running.
They were laughing while they did it.
Yeah. Especially like Halloween with Michael kind of just standing there. I mean, how many times did he go, sorry guys, sorry.
Let's do that again.
Let's do that again. Okay, Jamie Lee, run again, run. I'm sorry. Her hair, the way, you know, like, that's what I think now when I see stuff like that. I take it apart, make it human. And
yeah.
It doesn't scare me
That
anymore.
doesn't scare me as an adult now. Probably the first one that really scared me was...
I think I know what it is.
I bet you don't.
Okay.
What do you think it is?
Well, I'm waiting.
Fright Night.
Oh, no, I didn't think that.
Yeah, I know what you were thinking. No, at first, because
What do you think I was thinking?
You were going to say Jaws.
No.
Oh.
Because the first movie you told me that scared you, that was really scary and messed you up, was Event Horizon.
Oh, yeah.
But
As a kid,
yeah.
I was an adult when I saw Event Horizon.
Yeah, that's true. You were like 21, 20.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That was creepy. But no, as a kid, because I remember being like a slumber party at a friend's house, like there's all those guys, you know, like hanging out, birthday party or something, like, let's stay and watch a movie. But I'm like, and I didn't watch horror movies as a kid. I mean, I saw Jaws, but it was like on TV.
Yeah.
Jaws on television. Edited Jaws. Edited. For TV Jaws, you know, on Channel 4 or something, you know. Which was scary enough, but
So
I was
didn't
like,
watch the girl get...
yeah, you know. But then, like, actually watching, I don't know, it was rated R or whatever it was rated, and like...
Yeah, Friday Night's Scary.
Yeah, and it was like, I mean, I remember being a kid, like... I don't even know how old I was, but I was like, could have been like 9 or something. Like, single digits, probably.
Makes sense.
Probably single digits, could have been 8, 9 or 10.
Should not
maybe.
be watching that.
Yeah, I know, like 7, 8 years old, like, what is this? Oh my God. It was like, everybody was like, because, you know, but you got kids who, like, they've been watching horror movies since they were
Like Paul.
kids. Yeah, and they're messed up now as adults, psychologically.
Paul.
Yeah, like Paul. And, but I'm like, we don't watch this in my house.
Gosh,
This
I
is
got
not
in
what
so
we
much
watch.
trouble.
And I was like, man, it scared me.
Oh.
Now I'm like, now I like vampire movies and like Blade and like, well, Blade's not a vampire movie. It is a vampire movie, but it's
Yeah, it is.
actually, but like it doesn't creep me out now. But as a kid, that creeped me out. But then as an adult, the first one that I really like, what is this mess? Is Event Horizon. Watching that was like,
Yeah. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein
messed up.
scared me.
yeah,
It was messed up.
mm-hmm.
Whenever Robert De Niro, you know, because he's
Oh, yeah.
Frankenstein, and he was above her bed, and he falls down on top of her, and he just like plunges his hand in her chest and pulls out her heart.
I haven't seen it.
Oh,
Thanks for spoilers. Spoilers, Angela. Dang.
that was
So she dies. I guess. Oh, cry.
that was intense.
Yeah, I
I
don't
watched
need-
that in the movie theaters.
Now I don't need to watch it.
Yeah.
There you go. You guys tell us below what movie scared the crap out of you as a kid, and as an adult, have you had a movie that really just freaked you out? Let us know. Next question, Jack the Rabbit. Question for next time. Do more of your guitar students prefer electric guitar, or do you have more acoustic guitar students? What differences do you see between those students who want to learn acoustic versus electric? What advice would you give a kid who is unsure what they'd prefer? Thanks, guys. Until next time, peace. All right.
That's cool. Good question.
Man. For me, I think I have more electric students, I think. I do have some students with acoustic, but I have... It could be 50-50, but I think it's more... I think I have more electric than I do acoustic.
I have one electric, and the rest are acoustic.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, they're young girls, and a lot of them are. They found either a very inexpensive acoustic guitar, or it was their family guitar.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I have one kid, never played. Parents aren't musicians.
Don't know anything.
Didn't know anything, so it goes with the last part, who is unsure what they prefer.
Yeah, we've said this before. It's been a while, but what we always tell people is, you know, if you're, you know, with like a 10-year-old, I want to play the guitar. Like, they don't know anything. Like, they don't know what they want. What kind of music do you like? I don't know. What kind of songs you want? I don't know. I just want to play the guitar. Okay, But usually, if they're at least 12, 13, 14, teenagers, they kind of know. They kind of know what they want, like. And they kind of know what kind of music they like at that point. We always say, all right, close your eyes. Imagine yourself on stage, performing with whatever, like your songs you've written or your favorite band, or whatever. If you close your eyes and you imagine yourself on stage playing in front of people or at a coffee shop or whatever, do you see yourself playing an acoustic guitar, or in your mind do you see yourself playing electric? Acoustic. Oh, well, then get an acoustic. But if you really want electric, get an electric. Don't waste no time playing acoustic, and then just if you want to play electric, get an electric. If you want to play acoustic, get an acoustic.
Yeah.
There is no benefit to you should learn on acoustic first and then you go to the electric. That's stupid. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Electric is easier for one thing because smaller strings, easier to play. And so if you're already interested, it's easier to learn on the electric than it is the acoustic anyways. And why make things harder, especially for kids? And if they want to play electric, get you electric. Want acoustic, get you an acoustic. That's what we always tell people. It's like,
or if it's a family guitar, start with the family guitar.
Start with the one you got.
Start with the one you have. Whether that be acoustic or electric. And because some kids, most families, especially in this area, have acoustic guitars.
Well, this is my uncle's guitar. Okay,
and so
great.
Not a lot of people have electric guitars. It's just laying around. It's just not a normal thing, honestly. But here in the country, everybody has an acoustic because they can just pick it up on a barn, on a tractor.
But if you're going to go out and buy one.
But yes, then their parents are like, no, we have no musical instruments at all. Then Ryan usually goes through that scenario, and then we usually say, I tell the parents, it's depends on what you want to invest in. You can get a basic acoustic, and you don't need anything else.
You don't have to have an amp or a cable.
But if you get an electric, you have to have all that extra stuff, and so it depends on what the parent wants to invest in.
Right. That's part of the equation.
Oh yeah, I've looked at saw this $150 acoustic guitar, on eBay or whatever. And we're like, okay.
Problem is, they go to Amazon sometimes. I got just a guitar. I was like,
yeah,
that is a toy. That is not a real guitar.
Barbie, if Barbie is on it, you do not want to play that guitar because it will never stay in tune and it'll just cause frustration. It's like a ukulele, basically. That's what we usually.
And I do have kids who are like, I have this acoustic. I really want to play electric though. And I'm like, hey, it's cool. I know that's what you want, but listen, everything you learn on the acoustic will transfer to the electric. If you can play one, you can play the other.
Right.
If you can play acoustic, you can play electric. You play electric, you can play acoustic. I mean, the G chord is a G chord.
Right.
It's the same. Scales are the same. Chords are the same. Everything's the same. It's just requires more hand strength and calluses to play the acoustic, but everything's the same.
It's amazing to me.
Somebody's triggered right now because they said it's the same. It is not the same.
You know it is. Now hush, stop being so ridiculous. Stand up, get your panties out, and deal. So, what amazes me from being didn't grow up musical other than singing family. We didn't have instruments enough. We had my mom's acoustic guitar from whenever she was a kid, but it ended up getting broken and I think we hawked it or something. But we didn't grow up with that kind of stuff. But I had an understanding the difference between an electric guitar and an acoustic guitar. It amazes me, honestly, how many parents are like, well, they want a good guitar. And I was like, well, acoustic or electric? They're like, what's the difference?
Just a guitar.
It's but they honestly don't know the difference. A lot of people do not know the difference between when you say acoustic or electric. They just think guitar. Yeah,
that's baffling too. Everybody watching this video,
or they think there is a huge difference between what a country, guitar, folk singer, indie, acoustic guitar, and heavy metal. They think they're two different instruments. They don't think. I just think that's so amazing to me because I always knew that's an electric guitar. Whenever I think of that, of course, in my childhood, I thought of Jimi Hendrix. In my mind, whenever I thought electric guitar,
wouldn't you?
I would think of Jimi Hendrix, or I think of Rolling Stones, or people that I saw, or the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show. I saw those electric guitars, so that sound, the sound of it was that for me. And then when I thought of acoustic, I thought Dolly Parton. I thought Roy Evans and Roy Clark and
Daryl Evans.
Daryl Evans. No, I thought Hee Haw. I thought country music. I thought all those guys. So I knew I knew the difference, the sound of it, and the strumming and the picking and stuff like that. But it amazes me that most parents, they honestly don't know. And most kids don't know.
It's baffling. And everybody watching this video is probably a guitarist.
Yeah.
And they're like, how can people be that way? Because they all know.
Because they're more interested in baseball and football and fishing and
gymnastics.
And they could tell you the difference between rods and reels. They can tell you the difference between a softball and a baseball. They can tell you the difference between NFL regulation, high school regulation footballs. They can tell, which I can. But still, it's just interesting to me. So we always have to have that conversation.
We do. There you go, Jack the Rabbit. Great question. Thank you so much. Next question. Tactical 6-string. I got to reset the camera.
Okay.
It's flashing.
Go for it.
It's going to reset
I'm
anyways.
on a sippy sip of my drink.
The voice of life and art. Vola. Vola, made in America and Japan. Tactical 6-string with the next question. Hashtag Big 4 Thrash. You guys ever go and check out the Marfa lights? If so, thoughts? Real? Easy to explain? Or, well, that's a thing.
What is?
You know what that is? I had to Google it.
I have no idea what he's
So there's a town in Texas called Marfa. Texas. Marfa. Why'd you say that name? So apparently outside of Marfa, Texas, there's like these, at night, they don't know what it is. It's like ghosts or UFOs or these lights, like these white orb lights that appear sometimes. And nobody knows what they are. They're like, what is that?
They should ask them.
Ask the lights? I don't know what I always thought of that yet. Just get a bullhorn. Hey, you guys, what's up? What is you?
I mean,
y'all. What's up?
Honestly,
y'all come on in for
if
super
it's supernatural, you really don't want to necessarily ask. But I mean, that's the most
It's just like I had never heard of that. I didn't even know there was a Marfa, Texas.
I didn't.
I mean, Texas is real big. I have not been to.
Interesting.
I have not been to every
now
town.
I'm going to
Texas.
YouTube that all night long.
And you figure out how far away it is. Like maybe we'll go. Maybe we'll go and watch.
I'll stand out there and see it and go, "What are you?"
Oh my God! And they go, "Oh, it's the Dreamer Girl. Everybody, run away! It's Angela. Go, go!"
Of course, now that I had that dream about seeing what I saw in the sky, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe this is a warning. I don't know.
Yeah, I had never heard of that tactical 6-string until just before I was typing out this question or copying and pasting your question. I was like, well, I don't know what that is. Is this a band? Is this a crappy band?
I know. I thought Marfa lights.
That's what I thought. I was like,
is that like
Marfa lights.
Marlboro lights?
Is this, is this?
Is this a brand of cigarettes? That's where my.
Are these guys going to sound like a budget Led Zeppelin? Is that what Marfa lights is?
Oh my gosh.
That's kind of what I thought, but no. All right.
Yes.
Thank you for the question, Tactical 6-string. See, now we're going to have to go. We'll take a field trip, depending how far it is. Now, you can drive 11 hours and still be in Texas, so we're not driving 11 hours, but if it's within a reasonable distance, we might go check it out. All right, now, it's time for comment of the day. That was a particularly...
That was on your knee bone.
Painful. That wasn't a knee slap. That was a knee kai karate chop. I missed it. Ow. It's time for comment of the day. Ow, I just hit my knee with the guitar. Sweet
It's a sign. You need to sit back.
I do. I need some space. You have to switch. You crowded me up against the.
You know
frame.
what? You put me here, so hush your mouth. Being sassy tonight.
It's
Last
the
time
chicken.
I get you chicken.
It's the Chicken Express. Got me all riled up. It's comment of the daytime. Angela and I are going to create music on the spot.
Read it. Oh, I saw this.
Oh
this
yeah.
week.
Yeah. My original plan was I had an epiphany earlier today, or whatever it was. I was like, hey, you know, it'd be kind of fun is get the old djembe from the house. Because I did play as a percussion major. I did play a lot of world percussion and hand drums and things. I love the djembob, the djembe. In Texas we call them djembobs. The djembe, the djembe. I thought it'd be fun to like just play some hand drum groove things and let Angela sing over that, but yeah, I thought about it too late. So you're stuck with a guitar. Oh, I could do. Yeah. All right. So it's comment of the day. We read a comment that we thought was particularly funny or entertaining from last week's episode, and I'm gonna play some music.
Okay.
And Angela's gonna sing over it, and we do this on the spot every week. So As you noticed last week I changed it 3 times before I settled on a.
Yeah.
And I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I just had an idea. How about some?
No.
Okay.
I sing the same song every time. In my head, it sounds the same. Okay, I think I got it. Ready? Walking Dead 1369.
You sang it before.
I did?
His name, yes, has come up before.
Oh my god. Threw me off, dude. Do that again. Walking Dead 1369. Term You just keep going, and I think they should just end on that dun 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 dun.
I just want to keep going because I enjoy playing with you.
You drop the beat, and then that's it. Yeah. There you go. Hope you were able to hear me over the guitar.
You gotta sing louder next time.
I'm not going to.
Walking Dead 1369. If fiddle fart isn't the hashtag, I'm gonna be disappointed. I think that it's a pretty widespread as a term, LOL.
Did I say as a term?
I don't know. I said as
know.
a term.
Okay.
As a termite. Ow. Thank you, Walking Dead. Captain of the comments. He always has a highly.
Anybody sang fiddle fart in a song?
Think so?
Maybe.
Possibly. That should make it. That should be one of the number 1 downloaded song from our Comment of the Day album that we're going to release eventually. Mm-hmm. Thank you for the Comment of the Day, Walking Dead. You're a champion. Next question. Oh man. Okay. Prepare thyselves. Prepare thyselves. Fat Philosopher. Hashtag Big 4 Thrash. Challenge to Ryan. Let's make this a series. Now rank the bands in the first wave of British heavy metal, Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, Deep Purple, according to difficulty to play.
Ooh,
Fat Philosopher enjoys seeing me piss people off.
Apparently.
He's like, how else can we get Ryan to troll some trolls? Awesome. Last week it was ranking the big 4 thrash bands in order of difficulty of their songs to play. And I went Slayer, Megadeth. Oh, no. Slayer, Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax. Which was contentious. I knew it would be because,
it just is.
Metal fans are fans. Fans love their band, and to them, their band is number 1. And what are you gonna do? Yeah. And that's okay, because I even said, that's just my thoughts. Yours could be completely different, and that's okay. I'm okay if you think Anthrax is number 1. I ain't mad at you.
You can flip that and reverse
You
it.
can do whatever you want in your order, and that's fine.
Throw in some Queen Latifah in there. I don't care.
Yeah,
she's thrash.
Queen Latifah could be the top thrash band for you, and I'll be like, I enjoy you some Queen. That's great, I ain't mad. Some people get mad.
And they need to scratch their butt and get glad.
All right, so this actually might even be more contentious because we're talking freaking Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, Deep Purple, legends that the thrash bands looked up to and were legends. But anyway, getting to the point.
Yes, please.
Fat Philosopher. I am going to say, in order of most difficult or challenging to play musically, I'm going to put at number 1 probably Deep Purple. Yeah. And I'm saying that as I'm not even really a Deep Purple fan. Of course I know who they are, right? And of course I've heard some of their songs.
Yeah.
But I'm not super into Deep Purple.
Yeah.
Even though they're fantastic and amazing musicians and all that. So I had to go listen, like, let me go refresh, because I haven't listened to any
In a while.
Deep Purple in a long time. I'm like, yeah, holy crap, that's intense. Now, I have listened to a bit of Led Zeppelin and Sabbath.
On a rig.
I know me some Zepp and Sabbath songs. So I'm going to put, as far as playing difficulty, I'm going to put Deep Purple at number 1, is my opinion. Okay. And again, they would not be my number 1 to listen to of those 3 bands, but I'm putting them at number 1 for most difficult to play. Number 2. Okay, so this is where it gets difficult.
It depends on the album.
It depends on the instrument. Because I'm going to say this. Black Sabbath guitar stuff is not the most difficult part of those songs.
Yeah.
The bass playing and the drumming is way more complex and busy than Tony Iommi's guitar playing.
Yeah.
So the hard part of Black Sabbath is not playing the guitar. Yeah. Because you could be, an okay guitar player and play some Sabbath stuff. You cannot just be an okay bass player and play a lot of Sabbath bass lines. And Bill Ward is a sick drummer, right? So, that really kind of depends on the instrument. I'm going to assume most people watching this are guitar players.
So let's just say on the guitar level.
On a guitar level, I'm going to put Led Zeppelin at number 2 as far as difficulty. Difficulty to play. And then I'm going to put Black Sabbath at a close 3rd.
And then interchangeable between.
Yes, but it gets kind of hairy because, like, again, John Paul Jones is a sick bass player.
Yeah.
And you got to have a good bass player to do some Led Zeppelin songs have some crazy bass lines.
Yeah.
And the guitars,
beats are just like.
Yeah, and drumming, of course. John Bonham, freaking legend of a drummer. Now, I would say John is better at fat grooves. He can lay down a simple groove, a beat that's not super complex, but it's hard to nail the groove, the feel of it. Bill Ward, I think, plays faster and more complicated things, but Bill's a little bit more brute force. But that's gonna trigger all the bottom drum people, which, listen, I'm a fan of Led Zeppelin and Sabbath. I'm not a mega fan of Deep Purple. Nothing wrong with them. I just never, for whatever reason, I never clicked with them, or I didn't listen to them enough as a kid, or wasn't exposed enough to them.
Yeah, I didn't know about them until I was an adult.
I would say Deep Purple is definitely more progressive than either Zeppelin or Sabbath. But I'm going to put Deep Purple at number 1 for difficulty, Zeppelin at 2, and Sabbath at 3rd, if we're thinking mostly guitars. But man, you gotta have a good bass player and a good drummer to pull off some Sabbath stuff and it sound pretty good. So
we've learned that.
We have learned that. We're jamming some Sabbath tunes with some kids, and I was like, oh crap. I can teach the guitar parts to the guitar players pretty easily, but like the bass and the drums are
pretty top notch.
Getting it for sure. So we usually have adult students fill in on those instruments. So great question, Fat Philosopher. I hope you're happy.
Now let the carnage begin.
Now let
and
the
you have to do the comments to defend.
Yeah. I want to see you guys.
It's up to you.
I want to see you guys down there in the comment section.
Defend our honor.
Yeah. Defending my right to have an opinion on that.
Yes.
You can disagree with my lineup. That's fine. I don't care. But don't be a jerk. Don't be a bungholio unless you want to get banned. And then I'll be happy to oblige to that. Yes. Thank you, Fat Philosopher. Appreciate the question. Fat Philosopher, you tell me your order of those 3. Did I get it right as far as you're concerned, or are we on the same wavelength to Fat Philosopher? Let me know. Are you just trolling us? Next question. I love this. Just fun guitar. Hashtag Big 4 Thrash. Hashtag KTMA. I have a Gretsch baritone and I love the pickup tone and the B tuning. Top drummers are Neil Peart, Dana Carey, and Keith Moon. All amazing drummers. There's too many amazing drummers to really list. All right. New question. Would you ever live on a farm again?
Yes.
Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Yes. That's our 50-year plan, is to eventually have enough money to move back out into the country.
Our 50-year plan?
I don't know. Oh, you're supposed to say 5-year plan.
Okay. I was like, I'm not going anywhere at 93.
15-year plan.
Oh, 15. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's it. 5. Yeah, we definitely would like to...
Our 2-year plan is to be...
We would definitely like to get some land outside of town, a couple of acres, and, have some more space for our doggies, who most of them will be gone by then probably, except for the giant German Shepherd werewolf.
We'll see. I think that's the only one we'll be left with.
Maybe, yeah.
She's living forever.
For sure. I mean, every time I drive out past where I used to live as a kid, I drive past it quite often, out going to the gun range. I'm like, man, I miss living out in the woods, the pasture, and having space and land and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's quiet and less people.
I want chickens and goats.
She wants chickens and goats. Kind of need to be outside of the city limits for that. Although some people have chickens inside of town.
You can have goats in town.
You can. Well, not in our yard.
No, our dogs.
Our dogs would eat. Our dogs would be fat and sassy with all the chicken and goat.
We come out into carnage.
Just
utter carnage.
You talking about scary movies? Put some chickens and goats in our backyard.
They're good dogs. They're just dorks.
They like to eat.
They would eat anything.
They like to eat. Chickens look real
Roots, trees.
I had some chicken a while ago. It was great. So yeah, definitely would love to. It'd be wonderful. I have fond memories of growing up on the ranch. I always called it a farm, but it's not really. It wasn't really a farm because we didn't grow crops. We had cows and horses. So
my grandparents had a farm.
Really. Yeah, your grandparents were farmers. Well, my great grandpa, my grandpa on my dad's side raised pigs.
So did my grandpa.
But that's not really farming. Is that ranching? If you're raising livestock.
Well, you have to feed. You have to usually grow corn to feed the pigs, so more than likely he had corn somewhere. No?
Yeah, I don't know what he fed them pigs. I heard of pigs. He just had a couple.
My grandma had like a garden, produce garden, her own grapes, muscadine grapes, and they had a huge cornfield that they would do.
I would love it just on guitar. It'd be freaking awesome. So that's kind of what we would like to do for sure. Absolutely, 100%. Thank you for the question. And final question.
Yay,
so excited. Jeffrey Egan, #big for thrash. As far as I'm concerned, they're all difficult to play. I can't seem to do the chuggy chug stuff that well, especially with the pick. I dig it, not really my style though. And yes, fiddle farting around is a common expression, at least in Ohio. See, Jeffrey doesn't really dig thrash. He's not mad about us talking about it. What an adult thing to say, Jeffrey. Question, soft tacos or hard shell? I prefer soft shell. They don't fall apart when you bite into them, although corn shells taste better than flour ones anyways, but for convenience, I prefer soft shells. #KT. Finally, a question of real importance. When it comes to tacos, Mrs. Angela, do you prefer soft tacos or crunchy tacos?
Both. I like them.
You can only have one.
No, I can't have both.
You can have both.
Mister, you take your nachos and put them in a tortilla at jalapeno tree and
That's a completely new thing. How long have we been married?
Nachos.
How long have I been doing that?
I'm just saying, you're telling me that I can't have both.
I'm not telling you. Jeffrey's telling me.
I actually prefer crunchy. I do. I like it better. Less calories too. But if I'm gonna have soft, I do prefer corn than flour. I don't like the gumminess of flour tortillas. I'd rather have the really good, authentic saute in butter, like grill it, and then put like really good fajita meat, cilantro, onions, peppers, pico de gallo, guacamole, sour cream, all of it. To where it can't even fold. It's just kind of like that. You just have to make a burrito. I like it. It's good. I'll have some tomorrow. Thanks for reminding me. we have like 3 taco shacks, like street taco vendors here in our town. Authentic taco vendors, ran by Hispanic families here in our town. 3 different, I believe. because I don't think they're all the same business. They don't look like it from their names.
Tacos aren't the same.
So, but there's one that I always go, and they've been expanding. They were just in this little bitty shed with some flags and a couple picnic tables, and that was it. And now they've grown. Their kitchen is expanded, and they'll just be in there just carving the meat off. And oh my god, it's just cool, so good.
What do I like?
Soft tacos, meat and cheese only. Hamburger.
Not fajita meat.
Not fajita meat.
Hamburger meat. Ground beef.
Ground beef.
Ground beef.
Just straight taco seasoning. No onions. No flecks of tomato. Just hamburger meat. Taco seasoning. Tons of shredded cheddar cheese.
All the cheese.
Cheddar cheese. And a flour tortilla.
Yep. You know me. So
I do.
good. Yeah, when I was a kid. Now, I will eat crunchy tacos.
No, you will. Mm-hmm.
I will eat me some crunchy tacos. If that's what there is, that's what there is.
Because Dairy Queen has
Dairy
Taco
Queen,
Tuesdays.
Texas stop sign. It's Taco Tuesday at Dairy Queen. You get crunchy tacos for $1. They're $1? Mm-hmm. I think they could be better for $1. I mean, they're not very good for $1. Like, oh, $1 taco. I was like, well, Taco Bell's like $1.25. Taco Casa is like $1.50, and you get a legit taco.
Yeah.
So are you really getting anything for your money on Taco Tuesday at Dairy Queen?
You're funny.
But as far back as I can remember, I prefer soft tacos, flour tortilla. My newest thing that Angela just alluded to, because we go to jalapeno tree. Jalapeno tree. It's a big, big chain Mexican restaurant here, and they have one here in Canton. We go there. I like to, a lot of times when I go to Mexican restaurants, if I don't like their tacos, because I've gone to Mexican restaurants where I'm like, I want some tacos, and I get them, I'm like, how do you mess up tacos? Like, how do you not make the most basic taco that a kid would like?
Yeah.
Like, how do you get that wrong? But usually they can get nachos right. And on my nachos, I get just nachos, meat and cheese.
Now I usually get flautas.
Simple.
Whenever I go. I love, from a kid, and ponchos. If anybody has ever eaten at a ponchos, raise a flag. They would have flautas, which is a flour tortilla. It's not a taquito, or it's a corn tortilla rolled, stuffed, and fried. It's a flour tortilla rolled, stuffed, and fried. And I like those. That's what I usually get, or a beef enchilada.
So a few weeks ago at Jalapeno Tree, I got my nachos, and of course sometimes they'll bring you like tortillas, like hot tortillas, and you put butter on it, and eat it and get fat. And so they had some of those. I'm like, you know what looks good? I think I'm gonna put my nachos in my flour tortilla and make a taco out of it. And it was awesome. I was like,
And that's what he does. Yeah.
why have I never
The
done
last
this?
3 times.
How have I never done
No,
this?
4.
Why did I not know to do this before?
So every Sunday after church, that's what we do.
For the last 3 Sundays.
For the last 3 Sundays. More than that.
Well, doing the nachos in the tortilla. I was like,
Right.
that's a new one that I'm really enjoying quite a bit. You should try it. Next time you're at the Mexican restaurant, get the nachos, ask for tortillas separate, because they don't charge you for the tortillas. They're complimentary with the hyperinflated Mexican prices, Mexican food prices, and $7 for a soda. But anyways, there you go. You guys tell us down below, and girls, do you like soft tacos or crunchy tacos? And have you ever put your nachos in a tortilla and made a crunchy
And your
soft
toppings.
taco?
What kind of toppings do you like on your... Do you like it meat and cheese only, or all the stuff?
All the stuff, plain and simple. Fancy?
I like it.
Not
I just
fancy.
like all the flavors, all the juices and the flavors, and lime.
I like the good flavors.
Oh my gosh. My mouth just watered.
I'm kind of hungry again. Thanks. Thanks, Jeffrey. Now we're starving after we've already had dinner. Now I want tacos.
Now I want tacos.
What time is it?
It is too late
Can we still get tacos?
Can we? My phone's blowing up apparently.
And that's the last question. Thank you guys so much for the questions. Appreciate it. Thank you for all the comments from last week. And if you have, if you got an interesting, fun, happy comment, it might make it as comment of the day for next week. Anything racy or saucy, probably not going to happen. Or anything rude, not going to happen. But fun and entertaining might happen. And if you watch this entire video from the beginning to this point, it's like an hour again. Good God. We have a little game called Secret Hashtag of the Day. We would like for you. You don't have to. Do what you want. But if you did watch this whole thing and you want to play this little game with us called Secret Hashtag of the Day, type out this hashtag with your comment and or question below, and we'll know you watched this entire video. And it should be hashtag soft taco.
Hashtag crunchy.
One of those. It's a new game. You get to choose.
We'll know which side you're on.
Are you on Team Ryan or hashtag Team Angela? Never mind. Everybody's on hashtag Team Angela. Forget that. Just hashtag.
Sometimes people love soft tacos.
Soft tacos. Hashtag crunchy tacos. Or just crunchy.
Crunchy.
Just crunchy. All right. And we'll know if you watch this whole thing, and so will everyone else who's a true legend. Y'all will all know each other by your hashtags. And we'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep the music alive.
Don't forget it.
Music needs you.
And you need the music.
And we need to keep it alive for the next generation
That's right.
of crunchy taco eaters. And soft taco purveyors of taco-ness and excitement. And music.
Sounds good. All right.
We'll see y'all later. Bye.
Bye. Yes, tacos sound really good.
Vola Guitars After Chicken Express. And what did you have? Panda Express.
I had the
Think they're
Kung
related?
Pao chicken.
You think they're related? Chicken Express and Panda Express?
They might be cousins.
Yeah, it could be. I kind of want some tacos. Dang it.
My nose is running from that Kung Pao chicken. It was spicy.
You like it spicy?
Yeah, it burned like the top.
I'm a spicy guy.
Chipotle mayo.
I'm Chipotle mayo, bro.